Although a very talented person on his own right, and having skills beyond acting, whereby he also has contributed a lot in choosing the good story, screenplay, and other kind of augmentations for any given movie. The only few movies where superstar Rajinikanth takes a backseat if he trusts the director a lot. For example, director Shankar in his peak was one such director where superstar Rajinikanth will pretty much just play his role as an actor and let Shankar handle everything. But Rajinikanth is one person who, above all, recognizes the importance of other people or the importance of the team in achieving success in the film industry. So he always goes out of his way to appreciate young talent. He always makes it a responsibility to assist senior artists who are in trouble and so on. So that is another character of his which allows him to go far. So when we see that the power behind Rajini, it doesn't mean that Rajini is a nothing. If you consider Rajini as a intercontinental ballistic missile, right, as such a lethal thing, that missile requires a launcher. It requires a good gun to shoot it to the destination and create the explosion, right? So it's always a few things have to come in alignment for success to happen. That's why even among co-stars, he was never shy about giving them the opportunity to shine. If you look at films like Padayappa, he gave a lot of space for Ramya Krishnan as Neelambari to steal the show, right? In Chandramukhi, he allowed the title of the film even to be given to that female role, which he felt should be strong, right? And if you look at even his very recent film Jailer, he allowed Vinayagan, who played the antagonist by the name of Varman, he allowed him to shine, gave him a lot of space to show his acting prowess and all that, and he praised him a lot in the audio launch of the film Jailer, where he said that you just wait and see this villain, you see how he performed. So Rajini not only appreciates talent, but he also recognizes the importance of good talent in making great films. Whereas if you take stars like Ajit, they are not so much, they never design their how to say stardom around a lot of other people. Ajit tries or makes a pathway whereby he is the sole person who's running the whole show. So if we see his directors, majority of them will just be what we call journeyman directors. That means they just make competent films, but they are not on their own famous figures. For example, Ajit has not worked with directors like Shankar or Maniratnam, who are stars in their own right. Whereas Rajini, of course, loves to work with them when the opportunity arises. So Rajini has always been humble like that. It's not that Rajini could not just play the game of typical commercial masala and just go on. He could have gone on quite a long time with that alone, but he still seeks to go out of the comfort zone, still seeks to go for a win-win strategy. This you can apply in non-cinema fields as well. If you are like a very good how to say computer programmer or a very good surgeon and so on, so you can see how you can enhance your teammate so that you get a win-win result, right? Let's say you improve the performance by 25%. If your teamwork skill is good, then you can get an outcome that is even 50%. So having said that, what is the reason factor that's contributing to Rajini's surge again to spike up among the highest of the highest stars, right? As we know, recently he has faced a lot of competition from Vijay, intentionally or not. But it's not new to Rajini, because in the 80s he faced competition from stars like Mohan, like Vijaykanth. At one point, even Raj Kiran was very famous. And then at one point, Ramarajan became a very, very famous star until these people's films can even outdo a Rajini film. T. Rajendra was at the peak for a certain time, Bhagyaraj. But the only difference between Rajini and those people is that Rajini has the consistency. He can keep hitting sixes, he keeps hitting sixes, so that over many years he sustains it. Whereas the others might even peak above him for a short while, but they don't have the sustenance power, the consistency. So that makes superstar Rajinikanth different from all the others. So in each era he collaborated with different directors who were in trend, different technicians. Even small things like hairstyle, he made effort to go out of comfort zone, to change according to the to the times and as the years went by. So he's one hero who I saw take a lot of effort even with the hairstyle. If you see other heroes, you don't see them do much. Prasant, Abbas, many heroes who came and went, right? Mohan, they have just had a normal hairstyle and that's it. It's not never a big future. But if you see Rajini, the way his hands play with his hair, the way he styles his hair and all, that itself was such a sight to behold. So although he was not conventionally good looking like Arvind Swamy in his heyday, or Kamal Hassan and so on, but he is somebody who repeatedly has shown that he is able to take what is given and enhance it by think can I make it much better by 50%. And this was even commented by Upendra, the famous Kannada actor, who says that I see how to be the best now, see how to be it now. I don't wait for some time in the future to reach the peak. So the latest collaborator with Rajini, who's really pumping him up, like since people like Director Shankar and all are like on their way down, is of all people Anirudh, who we would have expected to work with Rajinikanth way earlier, because Anirudh is a relative of Rajinikanth. He's a nephew of Rajinikanth. He's related to Lata, who's Rajinikanth's wife. However, when Anirudh opened up in 2012 with Why This Kolaveri, he worked with his cousin, who's Aishwarya Rajinikanth, superstar Rajinikanth's daughter. And so he started working in small scale, work with the heroes like Vijay in film Katti, which became popular. And finally, the combination happened where Rajini and Anirudh in Petta. Again, the Achilles heel of Anirudh is that he is very good at remixing and optimizing existing music. So the accusation is that he takes music from elsewhere and enhances it. Unlike people like Raja and all, who might have copied, who knows, allegations, but majority they can make original music and can make it very fast. Raja can tune up to 5-6 movie songs in a single day, whereas the new age music directors are all struggling to come up with tunes even after many months. So I won't say it's a negative, because the trend of remixes is very popular nowadays in hip hop in US and all that. So Anirudh digs back Deva's hit with Rajinikanth. In Annamalai he goes back and digs Raja's one for the Coolie one that became a controversy, the upcoming Rajini film, and so on. So but he manages to work so hard to really enhance those sound. Therefore, the Petta collaboration ultimately peaked in Jailer, whereby Rajini was under a lot of stress from all the Vijay issue and so on. So they utilized that controversy, found super fan Super Subu as a lyric writer, and Hukum, as we all know, became like a legendary hit. So with the upcoming films like Coolie and hopefully Jailer 2, we can see probably Anirudh really pushing up his uncle that he loves so much to the next level of greatness. So in the recent times, if there is a person who's really contributing to Rajini peaking, I would say this Anirudh's background music and songs in his films. Rajini has worked with many people, M.S. Viswanathan, Shankar Ganesh, Vidyasagar, Ilaiyaraaja, Deva and Anirudh. So of course Ilaiyaraaja plays a big number of songs in Rajini's career. Deva for the small number he composed, he made very iconic music. Also again copied Terminator music in Basha, for example. But Anirudh being a newcomer, I think if they do a few more films, Anirudh might top all of them, Ilaiyaraaja and Deva included, to become the main contributor to Rajini's enigma or any legacy. So what do you guys think? Share in the comment section. Thank you, take care, much love, bye bye.